Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got in a flashlight to take a look at. This one's coming from WUBEN and the model is the X1Pro. So WUBEN actually released version 1 of this flashlight in the fall of 2025. It was a limited production basically to get feedback from users, and they stopped production, made some changes, and here we are in April of 2026, and this is kind of version 2. This light looks to be really nice in that it has an output of over 12,000 lumens. It has a spotlight, a floodlight, or a combination of spot and flood, and it also has a power bank feature. So stick around if you want to learn about it. I'll do a real quick unboxing. I'll go over all the features and specifications of it, go over the user interface, try to give you guys some beam shots, and then give some thoughts on it. I will quickly show you around the box. They do have really nice packaging. You can pause and read some of those specs right there if you want. Looks like my version is going to be the black. They also make this in a white. All right, let's see how things are packaged and what all we get. Looks like we're going to have a manual. Looks like the light. And then I'll get this other stuff out. These other boxes had a belt holster or sheath, a lanyard, which is also a type C to C charging cable, and some additional screws. The little holster is branded. It has a belt clip on it, and that does rotate 360 degrees. This is the lanyard, again branded. That is metal. And it's actually kind of unique in that you can push in on the sides here and that pops out, and again type C to type C, so you kind of always have the charging cable with you. I will quickly flip through this manual here just in case there's anything that I leave out during the video, or in case you buy this light and lose your manual, you can always come back to this video for reference. It does look like they have a 1-year warranty on the battery, a 5-year warranty on the light, and if you register, you can get a lifetime warranty on it. And here is the star of the show, the X1Pro. Give you guys some close-ups before we start going over all the details. So this definitely has a unique and interesting design to it. It is a flat style flashlight, but it is a little bit on the chunky side, but it fits in the hand really well, just the way that these cutouts are here. You can see we're going to have our spotlight up here, floodlights there. This is how we're going to change our modes between spot, flood, or the combo. This is going to be our charging and discharging port right there. Look at that in a bit. This is how we're going to change our brightness. This is the lock for the battery door. This does have a built-in fan, which is replaceable. And these two holes here, you can get different accessories. You can get like tripod mounts, bicycle mounts, some other stuff for that right there. Got some cooling stuff there, air intakes. But pretty much most of the light is made out of aluminum. With this black anodization. I believe it's IP65 waterproof rated and drop tested at 1 meter. As far as dimensions, we're looking at 5.45 inches in length. Our width is about 2 inches, and the thickness or the depth is 1.15. And there it is on top of a dollar bill for reference. We're looking at a total weight of 13.2 ounces. That includes the 2 batteries that are in it. And speaking of those, it says that we need to remove the insulation film. So there's a lock and an unlock here. We need to slide that to the unlock and then push on this to release that. There's our little film we need to take out. Let's take a look at these batteries. So these are 21700s, 4800 milliamp hours. And again, they give us 2 of them. These are not like proprietary or anything. You can use any 21700s in this flashlight. And if you pull those batteries out and forget which one went where, it does tell you over here. Just remember the spring always goes to the negative. I'm going to go over the user interface here next. I am not going to go over all of the outputs and run times. You can pause that right there for all the details on it. So it doesn't matter if you're in Spotlight, Combo, Floodlight, you're going to have Eco, Low, Medium, High, Turbo, Strobe, and SOS. And I'll just show you the Combo for now, and then tonight I'll show you all 3 of them for the beam shots. But to turn it on, it's just a single click. And again, we got both sets of LEDs on right now. This does have mode memory. This is probably one of the lower outputs. And to cycle through, you're just going to press that round button right there, hold it, and that's going to take you to the next output. Hold it, the next one. As you can see, that is very, very bright. And so that's the high, and it'll just go right back then. So Eco, Low, Medium, High. At any point, light on or off, you can double click and that'll take you up to the turbo. And again, with all of the lights on, spot and flood, that's over 12,000 lumens. There is so much heat coming off of this right now, but you can really see that center hot spot, but a ton of flood with this as well. And I've left this running for a few seconds. Hopefully the microphone will hear the fan running now. And so it has like an active cooling system here. Let's say you're in a lower output and then you click up to the turbo. If you single click, it'll just shut the light off. But let's say you're in the lower output, you go to turbo, you can double click again to go back to that lower output. I'll also show you strobe and SOS, so if you're sensitive to flashing lights, you can look away for the next minute. This can be done by off or any output, but just triple click. And that is going to give you that strobe. That is very disorienting. And if you triple click again, it'll take you into SOS. And then you could just repeat that cycle. If I triple click again, it takes me back to strobe and so on. This light also has quick access to the eco mode. So let's say you were in one of the higher outputs here, and again, it has mode memory. So when you shut it off, it's going to be on that high. Well, you can long press the button here and it will take you into the eco. And then from there, you could still cycle through your different outputs. I want to quickly show you one more thing with this fan. So let's go up to the turbo and wait for the fan to kick on here. So let's say that you're using the turbo, the fan's running. As soon as you turn the light off, the fan stops. But let's say that the light was still kind of hot and then you're going to use it again. You can actually manually turn the fan on by clicking this 5 times. See, the light is off, but the fan is running. And that's just a way of cooling it down. And then you can click it 5 times again to shut that back off. Light also has a lockout feature, just so that button doesn't like accidentally turn things on if you're going to be storing it in a bag or maybe even in that little holster or whatever. But if you click this 4 times, this should blink and lock us out. So now when we try to turn it on, it doesn't do anything. Let's see if eco will still work when we're in lockout. Nope. So when you lock it out, nothing works at all. But 4 clicks should bring us back. And yes, we are back on now. This does have a battery level indicator. You see it's flashing blue right now. If it's solid blue when you turn it on, it basically means you're somewhere between 90 and 100%. That flashing blue means we're somewhere between 90 and 40%. If it were a steady red we're somewhere between 40 and 15. And if it's flashing red, we're basically between 15% and 0. And it only stays on for like 5 seconds and then it shuts off. And charging it is obviously pretty simple. Just take that included USB-C cable. This can accept anywhere from 5 volts to 20 volts. If you use a 20 volt charger, I think this flashlight can charge up in less than 2 hours, which is pretty special considering that it has the two 21700 batteries in it. So you can see we got a red light there that probably turns a blue once it's finished charging. Let's also check out the power bank feature. Looks like the output is 5 volts, 3 amps, so 15 watts total. We'll plug in an iPad here, see if that'll start charging. Yep, immediately started charging it. I'll let this go for a few minutes and make sure it continues charging. So I've had that going for a couple of minutes now and we are still charging. This light is a little bit big and bulky to pocket carry. So if you decide to use this included holster, this is what this is going to look like. Alright, let's check out this X1 Pro here in the dark. I'm going to start off on the flood setting, and this will be the lowest, like eco right here. We'll go up to the low. See, that is a lot of output. Again, we're just on low there. Medium. High. And turbo on the flood. All right, let's switch over to the spotlight, and you can do that while the flashlight's on. Slide that over. Again, that is the Eco Spot. Low. You can see even that though, there's a lot of spill. You can see like the kind of the defined edge right there. That should be our medium. I think that's high. Let's go up to the turbo. Wow. And finally, let's do the combo. So that is spot and flood, eco, low, medium, and high. Now let's do the turbo, which is the 12,000 plus lumens. I'm also going to show you the strobe, so if you're sensitive to that, you can look away for a few seconds here. And that is on the combo. Alright guys, I'm outside with this WUBEN. It is not a very dark night at all tonight, but we'll still see what it can do. I'm just going to do the combo beam out here tonight. There's a row of trees that's probably 60 or 70 feet in front of me. We'll kind of focus on those at first. This is the Eco, and I can clearly make them out. Hopefully the camera can see those too. But let's go up to the low. Yeah, now you can really see them. As we start getting down this way, we're over 100 feet away there. There's also a tree. So not this one, not this one. There's one in between them that's a little over 100 yards away. And I can make it out here even on this lowest setting. But let's go up to the medium next. The camera should be able to see that now. Again, over 100 yards away back there. Yeah, this is really, really amazing performance. Again, we're only on the medium right now. Let's go up to the high. Again, this is the combo. I'm going to guess that like the flood pattern is every bit of 50 yards wide. All right, I'm gonna go up to the turbo next. Wow. Just incredible performance. Fan did kick on. This is an absolute crazy performer. And again, it's not even really all that dark out here tonight. Well, hopefully seeing those beam shots was somewhat beneficial for you. I was honestly blown away by the performance of this light. So what's my opinion on this X1 Pro? I really like it and would definitely recommend it. I think that WUBEN has a winner here with this one. Just the overall like build quality on this is superb. It is probably some of the best that you're going to find on any flashlight. I really like how you can have just a dedicated spotlight, dedicated floodlight, or a combination of the two. And like I've already mentioned, the performance of this is just fantastic. If you're on the combo high, your output's around 3,000 lumens, and it will maintain that for over 2 hours without stepping down at all. I mean, it's crazy numbers on it. If you are on the combo and you go to the medium, which is like 1,000 or 1,200 lumens, it will maintain that for like 5.5 hours. 1,200 lumens is a crazy amount of light. That's what the turbo of most other like handheld lights are, and it'll step down after 20 seconds or whatever. This maintains over 1,000 lumens for 5+ hours. I really like how simple the user interface is. Just click to turn on and click to turn off, hold to cycle through. Really simple. I also like that this uses just regular 21700 batteries. You can charge them outside of the flashlight if you want, but this has that really fast, as long as you have the right wall charger, this will charge us in like around 2 hours or so. Also, because of the 21700s, that's almost 10,000 milliamp hours. So it's a really nice, huge power bank as well. Like this will charge like an iPhone or whatever at least 3 times. And I also like that it has that active thermal management with this cooling fan. And that is a replacement part should something ever fail on it. So as great as this light is, there are a couple of cons in my opinion. The first thing is it's a little bit on the heavy side. I mean, it's nearing a pound. So for me, it's a little bit heavy to pocket carry. Some of you may be able to do it, but it definitely would weigh my pocket down. So you are going to want to do the sheath or some type of holster or something. And then the second thing is, even though it's built like a tank, the waterproof rating is IP65, which you can get it wet. It can be in heavy rainstorms and stuff, but this is not submersible, so do not drop this in deep water. But again, overall, I think this is a fantastic flashlight and would definitely recommend it to you guys. So the X1 Pro is not a cheap flashlight. They're coming in at $140. In my opinion, I think it's worth it. The quality is there, the performance is there, and you're kind of getting 2 flashlights in one, with it being a floodlight and a spotlight. They are available on WUBEN's website at WUBENLight.com. They're also available on Amazon for the same $140. Like 1 or 2 day shipping there. And I will leave both of those links down in the video description in case you guys want to find out more information on the light, read any of the other reviews, or if you want to pick one up. But alright guys, if you found the video helpful or informative in any way, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And that's going to be it on this one. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.